The time is right. Education. The time is right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I'm not there today, but I wanted to be with you in spirit, so I created this video lesson for you to do. You should open your spiral notebook to assignment number 10, Mad Minute Pronouns. Before we begin today's Mad Minute, I want you to copy this chart into your notebook. This chart will be used for reference, so you know the difference between a first person pronoun, a second person pronoun, a third person pronoun. Copy this into your notebook under the Mad Minute from last class, and then you'll do today's Mad Minute. If you feel like I'm going too fast, please feel free to pause the video. For today's Mad Minute, all you need is to put a 1, 2, 3, or 4. You will be choosing between two pronouns. Read the sentence and choose which pronoun is the correct pronoun. You will have 1 minute to choose the correct pronoun. Your 1 minute starts now. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, because you might be watching this video at a different time than one of your classmates, you don't necessarily have to switch, but if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. So let's check our answers. Number 1 says, Maria and she laughed and talked well into the night. The correct answer is she. It should be Maria and she laughed and talked well into the night. Number 2, him, he, and I just don't seem to get along very well these days. The correct answer is he. He and I just don't seem to get along very well these days. Number 3, it was she who tied up the computers for 3 hours. The correct answer is she. It was she who tied up the computer for 3 hours. And 4, Cora handed Tom and I or me the employment applications. The correct answer is me. Cora handed Tom and me the employment applications. Now I want to start doing something a little different than what we've been doing, and I want us to debrief and look at why these answers are the correct answers. So please take a few minutes and look back at the chart, and then look at the Mad Minute and the answers, and determine why these answers are the correct answers. Is it because they're nominative? Is it because they're objective? Is it because they're possessive, plural, singular, first person, second person, third person? So please look at the sentence, look at the answers, look at the chart, and explain why these answers are the correct answers. You will have 3 minutes to complete this. Your 3 minutes starts now. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Please turn to your point of view notes. Again, please turn to your point of view notes. For point of view example number 2, on the left-hand side, please put point of view example number 2. For this example, an example from real life, which a member of your group will have to do, I've used an example from a TV show, an old TV show called Pushing Daisies, and a show on Showtime called Dexter. Watch the clip and figure out what is it that makes this an example of point of view.
Tonight's the night. And it's going to happen again and again. Has to happen. Nice night. Miami is a great town. I love the Cuban food. Pork sandwiches, my favorite. But I'm hungry for something different now. Animals don't like me, especially dogs. I don't think they approve of what I sometimes do to their masters. And that dog recognizes me as easily as I can recognize Jaworski or any other killer. Look at them. They can laugh and play. It comes so easily for them. Even though I'm not one of them. Even though sometimes I can really be a monster. Today I'm just a sea monster.
Lying in the dark, Chuck considered how she came to be lying in the dark. She considered the life that was with Aunts Lily and Vivian. Their personality disorders blossomed into incapacitating social phobias, which made it difficult for them to leave the house, which in turn made it difficult for Chuck to leave them. She served her community by harvesting honey for the homeless. She never strayed far from home. She read about people she could never be, and adventures she would never have. Life was good enough until one day it wasn't. Chuck wanted more. But at Boutique Travel Boutique, she got more than she bargained for.
On the right-hand side of your notes, please write, in Dexter, the narrator is first person. And please explain why the narrator is first person. What did you hear that showed you, or that told you, that the narrator is first person? In Pushing Daisies, the narrator is third person limited. Please also write why the narrator in Pushing Daisies is third person limited. What did you hear that showed you that it's third person limited? For the remainder of the class, you should be working on your literary terms device. If you sign into your Google, you should create a presentation, or you should have already created a presentation. If you have not done so, click on Create Presentation. Choose your background. Label your background, or label your presentation with the period. Once you're on the square, if you push return, you get multiple squares. So then you can use the first square as the cover. Then you'll have your definition, which will have the image for the flashcard. Your example number 1 from literature. Your example number 2 from real life. Your mini quiz questions. And your mini quiz answers. Once you've created the presentation, make sure you share it with all the members of your group. Invite people, make sure you share it with me. And then share it with any other members of your group. When you're finished, click Share and Save. Once you've done that, you'll see Done, and it'll be shared with them. When everybody's working, you'll see their little icons up here and you can chat and all type at the same time. You have the remainder of the class to work on your presentation. Please remember that setting and character need to have shared with me their presentation by September 30th. Again, if you get lost, by going into Google, if you click on Drive, that'll have all the presentations or all the files that are shared with you. If you have any questions throughout the weekend, please feel free to email me through Edmodo. Have a great day and have a great weekend.